Hello there, fellow citizens. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The People of Sea, Sun, and Salt. Episode 2, A Healthy Society Provides Wellness and Leisure. If we produce 200 culture from embellishments by people walking by our fountains, we will produce, we'll get 20% faster subject speed. They'll move faster. So we'll aim for that goal. The other thing that we ought to employ is the more efficient mines. So I'm going to nuke the original mines that we have and put in an advanced quarry. Now, the advanced quarry is way more efficient than the original one and employs 20. So it's going to be quite the change compared to the original one, which employs one worker or 20 workers. Turtle, thank you for resub too. Okay, today our stone should go up a lot because we have that like mega quarry now. And I'm actually going to get rid of this old quarry. We haven't done a ton of work towards our goal of embellishments. So I'm going to get rid of some of the buildings and move some buildings around to try to gain that bonus. And then we should also analyze desire path. You know, figure out where people are commonly walking and then put embellishments in those spots. Now the it's a little tricky, to be fair, to do with the fountains because they're just like bigger than the trees. So you have to plan around them more carefully or something like that. We're up to 115. Ah, there we go. Done. Got 250. Wasn't much of a problem. So now our subjects walk faster. Great. Let's produce a mining district. So, how about down here? This is all stone. And it's fall. Fields don't require water anymore. Subjects move slower and cisterns fill up. So this mining district wants 2 advanced quarries, 20 miners, and 40 worshippers. So let's move the advanced quarry that we had. I want to be careful not to block this this pathway here, because that might lead somewhere else down the line. I'm going to put a stone store in here, which increases our stone maximum capacity. And then like another quarry. Now what's going to be challenging about this is supporting the people, because this is not a very large swath of land. So this might not be a fully developed district until the map expands again. It's very likely that will be the case. Meaning the people that live here might not get healthcare, for instance. The other thing is this stone store happens to be within the red district, which I find really funny. It doesn't really matter. It's still providing a bonus to nearby quarries regardless, right? Because the quarries highlight up because they're adjacent, but I find it funny that it belongs to the wrong district. And there isn't really a need to redistrict it or anything like that, so I'm not going to bother. Now our agricultural district is easily supplying all the food that this mining one needs, subsidizing it in a way. And what this district is now missing is worshippers. And I think if I lower the water level, I can put a sea temple down here to support the worship goal that we have. The other thing I want to build is the overseer. So just opposite, let's say, the doctor's office, I'll put the overseer. And I'm being warned now that I have the overseer down, that this area doesn't have enough people to work in this area. Oh, I have another well near here? I did not know. There we go. All right, and the way this overseer works is now that we have these overlays appear as a result. So 10 people are working in this overseer's office, and now we can see vacancies. So if I click on the vacancies, we can see what place has vacancies for workers. I can click on employment. So we have 77% employment and 77% employment and 11% employment. Basically, this villa, there's very high levels of unemployment. We can also see, do people have places of worship? So everyone on the map right now has a place of worship. And do they have healthcare? And they do. This physician is even providing healthcare for the houses over there. It's close enough. This area here is still an ag district. So I'm going to put in some more agriculture to be able to support the people that didn't have jobs. And then embellish where it is possible and appropriate. So we take a look at the employment now. Employment map looks pretty good. There's a little bit of employment here. There's 2 residents that don't have jobs. And like, I can fix that pretty easily by just slapping down 2 smaller quarries. Now, a little bit of employment's not that big of a deal. And then over here, this physician's office has too few people working in it. So on the contrary, what I'll do is add some additional work over here. And just constantly trying to balance it out so that nothing goes overlooked. And it's challenging in a kind of casual way. Okay. So it looks like employment and vacancies and worship are all kind of scored away. And we are like 2 people away from hitting our population goal. Solid. I don't, at the moment, have a sea temple, like a spot for a sea temple here, because we're going to need to increase our worship. Now, one thing I could do, however, and I'm going to go ahead and do it, is to modify it so the sea temple supports the people differently. I'm going to move it and put it here and create an alternative pathway to it, which opens up a huge swath here. I'm going to move the district center, the original agricultural district center, and plop it farther from the mining district so that they separate from one another. This might be too far. No, that's interesting. Maybe like that. Good. And the purpose of that is now this area here can belong to the mining district. rather than be stuck belonging to the agricultural one, give me the opportunity to put in another temple that supports the people that live over here. So then a temple built, like, let's say here, becomes bound to the mining district, and then as people worship in this temple, the goal for this district will be fulfilled, which will happen in like an in-game hour or two, once it's worship hour again. All right, here we go. Now they're worshiping inside, and yeah, obviously I'm going to hit the district goal of at least 45 worshippers. Now, in this case, I might miss the goal only because this district doesn't have 45 people. This district probably only has 36, but they all can worship. So then we can just increase the population to move the needle instead. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the smaller quarries because they're inefficient uses of space. I'm going to get rid of this fountain. I don't even know where to put this fountain at the moment. I'm going to put it over here where no one's going to walk. But if I remember that, I can, put a new one down again. It's fine. This well, I'll just plop there. And I'm trying to increase the population of this district so that we can hit our numbers. And we'll also hit our numbers for the next age, the population advancement. Okay, district goal met. Checking vacancies. So we definitely have some higher rates of unemployment as a result of that recent change. Because I added a lot more houses and not jobs to accommodate. But we can quickly fix that if we drop, like, high capacity workplaces, fields. So, for instance, I could put a field here with a pathway up the stairs, and that will start to help the employment shift. Let's do another one. And now unemployment's not so bad. And just like I did last time, I could just nudge it even more with these small quarries or something. It's not a big deal, again, as I said, to have a little bit of employment. Alright, let's advance. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. This is the age of leisure. Our people need time to rest. One morning every 4 days will be dedicated to leisure. What type of entertainment do they like most? So, unlike before, this is not a choice of picking one. This is a preference, but you can build all three. I think it's worth noting. So there's the poll. An amphitheater produces culture during free time. A park produces culture during free time and is placed on grass. And a stadium produces more culture during free time, but it is larger, more expensive, and hosts more people than the other two. So, what do you think? So, amphitheater is more flexible, I would say. It's smaller and can be placed anywhere. The park can only be placed on grass, so it's not particularly useful for very stony districts. And the stadium is just a lot more expensive, but it does have a higher capacity. And it looks like we're doing parks. To erect these buildings, you will need wood. Subjects produce wood during work, placed on grass. Our people demand places to convene and trade. So, the market, subjects trade excess items for scarce items. Subjects from nearby houses will come to trade and produces culture. And we found a way to store water and collect it from rain. So, while we work the wells, we put it in the cisterns, but then the cisterns also passively collect rainwater as well. And it increases your water capacity max. It also improves adjacent wells. Finally, our scribes can give us a better sense of our city's economy. So a scribe, it produces culture during work, and it unlocks insight into resource production. So this is the age of leisure. Our people will appreciate the distraction during their time of rest. Let's build a lumber camp to prepare wood for winter. So, I think we are producing abundant food, so I'm going to actually get rid of these fields and replace one of the fields with a lumber camp. And the lumber camp employs 40 and produces wood. If I provide a place of rest to up to 210 subjects, I will get extra work speed. And we had set up that we prefer parks. So here's the amphitheater. Here's the stadium and the park. So the amphitheater is 700 stone, 500 wood. The park is 1,000 water, 200 wood. And the stadium is 1,500 stone, 500 wood. And then, of course, the scribe. On top of that, people want markets. And markets is where they can exchange food. So I am going to destroy this house. Or, no, let's put it here for now. And place a market down where it was. To see how well a market in this spot can support. And there you go. This market, this single market, supports 90% of our people, maybe? Thereabouts. But we're definitely going to want to ramp up leisure. Oh, fine. You want embellishments? Fine. We already have one there. And nobody at the moment has leisure, so we're going to incorporate that as soon as we have the means. Now, if we wanted to have a cistern, the cisterns are placed that are placed next to wells. Make the wells more efficient, so as you can see, it's like +5s where they're working the wells, and most other wells are +4s. And then this also dramatically increases our water capacity max. Alright, we do now finally have the means to build a park, and I'm gonna have to open up some green space. So maybe this villa will move down here. This fountain will move, I don't know, somewhere. I'll just put it here, even though I know no one's going to walk near there for now. So that I can drop a park, which is what we prefer, in this green space. Because it has to go in the green. And this park now already services 120 people. It's already at maximum capacity. Basically, park can't be full anymore. If we open up the leisure overlay, we can see that there is a lack of leisure here and a lack of leisure here. And I'll endeavor to build parks in those spaces too. So, when you get the caution close to water level, that indicates that if your culture dropped, it would get flooded over. So that's what that warning's about. Let's see. I'm going to build maybe one of each. So I'm going to build an amphitheater over here. And then maybe a stadium somewhere around here. But I'm only going to build the stadium once the water level subsides farther, so it can't overtake it. I don't think we'll have a case where it overtakes it, but I don't want to risk it. And that was a case with that house specifically, where I created a valid path, and the more efficient, newer valid path gave them access to a market that they didn't have previously. I also want to get a scribe. Not sure where to put it, though. I could nest it in here. Yeah, let's do that. A lot of the wells that I initially placed down could probably get phased out or paired with cisterns so that they become more efficient. Seriously? I can't? Okay. Let's do a whole bunch of nudging. Which thankfully is free. It's just, I would advise you to pause when you nudge things, because if you don't pause, the services that were temporarily removed won't be offered. So now that we have the scribe, and it's fully employed, we can open up the scribe overlay and see what our daily production levels are. Not every day is a work day. So, like, the food production, for instance, why it looks bad is there was actually just physically nowhere to put the food. So it was a net negative solely because we're at food max, and everything that we produced kind of went to waste because we had nowhere to put it. So just because the numbers look bad doesn't mean they are bad. To state it bluntly and simply. Come on, physician. There we go. All right, let's take a quick look. We have some quarries and vegetable gardens that don't have workers, and a well. Employment's basically 100%. Worship looks good. Health still looks good with just the single physician. Market access is a little lower over here. But I didn't want to use up that terrain until water levels went farther down. But it isn't warning me anymore, for what it's worth. So in that case, maybe we put the stadium here. The reason I'm placing it here is it looks like we'll have access to more land here soon, whereas it will be a while for this section to expand. So, let's figure out, let's destroy that, or, yeah, let's destroy it. How do we even path down here? Actually, this might not be pathable yet. It's unlocked, but it doesn't have a... Yeah, it doesn't have a valid path. Alright, well, we can always move the stadium. So I'll plop it here for now. That should hit the era objective. Now that we have leisure for everyone. For when our population goes up, because obviously we don't even have 210 subjects yet. And then the last part of this was the market. So let's, next to the stadium, just put a market. And I know that's like blocks in some stuff, but it's fine. All right. And now to nudge our population upwards towards our pop goals while providing work. So unemployment's a little lower here. This is part of the ag district. So let's put in some more fields. Maybe a new well and cistern. Population's 207, very close to pop goal for the next era upgrade. There we go, 216. So we should hit the era objective here in a minute. Opening up the leisure. Oh, maybe not. Because these houses don't have access to leisure. So where is my leisure? The amphitheater is over here. I could increase the so what I'm going to do here is make it easier for people to get to the amphitheater, because I think that's honestly the problem. It's about commute. So, putting the amphitheater somewhere more central to this district would be better. So I'm going to keep it paused and reorganize a little bit. These are just regular... Alright, these mini vegetable gardens can go away too. They're not very efficient. So now the amphitheater's smack dab in the middle. And then we can start moving the houses back in. And they should have easy access to the amphitheater. We still have like an old schoolhouse. We can get rid of that one. And now, yeah, we have a population of 213, and we hit that era goal. Perfect. And then the other goal is just to continue to increase our population, which is no problem. Seeing that there's a stairwell here, let's create a pathway to it, because this will open up to something eventually. And then vacancy. There's work vacancy. Oh, that was a vegetable garden that I just like threw away. So there's vacancies in this field, which we moved to the edge of nowhere. Okay, there's another field. Take a look at vacancies again. What I'm trying to do now is like increase population and employment at bound together at the same ratio. While condensing all the new houses and villas near where there's already civil services. So employment looks good. The game is warning me. Oh, so the city wants more embellishments. Yeah, I'm bad about embellishing with the fountains because they're just clunky and big. There's one. I'll build a few because it keeps bugging me about that. I have like 2 fountains across from one another. Not ideal. Okay, so we need at this point, all we need to do is hit a population of 255. In the winter, the food production is reduced. Houses burn wood at night, and it is warning me that I'm going to need to pay closer attention to my food. Make sure that my food production keeps up with demand. I don't want to add too many people too quickly, because that will create a spike in food demand. But I might be due for another agricultural district here, depending on how the terrain is revealed. Because there isn't a lot of green over here. And I'm kind of running out of places to farm. Okay, we are lacking a market in this area. I can fix that. And that's a bit of a how do you not have access to a market? You're drunk. You've got to be. I don't have any other. There. Okay. Just build a lot of roads. When in doubt, lots of roads. Alright, so taking a look at the scribe. Even in the winter, we're producing enough food, water, wood, and stone. The wood is probably lying. We're basically at wood max capacity, so it's saying that we're not producing enough, but I highly doubt that's true. Alright, vacancies. So we have a vacant well here next to the cistern. The other thing I could do is to knock down some of the wells that don't have cisterns, because there are wells that aren't producing water as efficiently, and then to move people to other work. So let's get some additional well workers to help with our water supply. The Z levels are kind of crazy. Yeah, for this procedurally generated map, they're a little wild. And then today is a day of rest, as you can see. It's like leisure and then work. This is one of the leisure mornings. Which means that, yeah, food is going to read as low, but it really isn't. Now, what district does this belong to? Oh, people are working here? Okay. This is part of the mining district? Sure. If you say so. These houses, I am sure, are missing a lot of services, though. Leisure, no. Market, yes. They are missing a market. Closest market's kind of far away. Health, they have. Worship, they still have. Okay. Well, that helps our food. Now, we are in a water problem. This is already a well and cistern combo. Let's put another well and cistern over here. And a lot of the, there's just a big strain on our water demands for all the fields we have. Plus the fountains. I wonder if I can do away with some fountains without upsetting anyone. Not too many. Got it. So springs in 5 days. I think that will solve a lot of our problems. And the other thing I can do is just to have wells without cisterns. They're going to be a lot smaller and easier to place. And then to make sure that there's a workforce to man them. And they don't look vacant to me. So if I keep doing that where they're being worked, our water supply should go back up. Okay, there we go. I added some additional wells. They're being worked. Except for this one, I guess. And our water supply seems fine. And we only need a few more people to hit our pop goal. So let's work on that. There we go. There's the pop goal. Before I click that, I'm curious if these people actually have... So this one doesn't have a market. I'm going to move it here. There we go. They are not employed, but they do have a market. If you're not employed... There, perfect. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to The People of the Sea, Sun, and Salt, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow islanders.